Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Molly, and for this episode, we're joined by Gavin. We're sitting down with him to get to know a bit more about his learning relationship with Academi Wales. Thank you for joining us. So, to begin, do you recall when and how you first heard of Academi Wales?
I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was the chair of the organisation I work for, the Cardiff City Football Club Community Foundation. So the chair, Leighton Andrews, had referred to Academi Wales before, thought it might be something that I'd be interested in to look at some of the leadership opportunities that were coming up. So it was either that or it was just generally through my networks where I heard people talk about Academi Wales, particularly summer school. So between those two things, I started to explore what opportunities might exist.
And can you share with us which Academi Wales programmes you've attended?
Yeah, so summer school in the summer of 23, and then winter school just recently during winter 24.
And what attracted you to these programmes?
I guess I'd talk about summer school probably is the first time that I really started to think about whether that would be something that would be good for me. And I suppose there were three things that really appealed to me. One was the theme. So the theme of summer school in 23 was around supporting leaders today to create a brighter tomorrow. And that was something that kind of resonated with me because I was thinking about dealing with what was going on within the organisation I work for, but also externally at the time, but thinking that we need to be thinking about and dealing with much longer term issues and contributing towards that sort of Future Generations Act stuff really. Mm-hmm. So I guess the theme resonated with me. Secondly was the format. So by the nature of my role and for many other people who are in leadership roles, we're often caught up in the day-to-day. So the format of a week's residential really appealed to me because I thought that's something that I can block out the time and I will genuinely commit and I'll have the opportunity to listen, learn, reflect and work out how I'm going to apply. Whereas if I was doing a short course, I'm not sure I would really commit the time or be able to reflect and then apply it. So, and then I suppose thirdly, the third thing was the people. So, and not two parts to that, both the quality of the keynote speakers, but also the opportunity to mix and network with people who are public service leaders in Wales.
Yeah, it's something that we hear quite a lot about your second point is how immersive it can be, something like summer school to really block that time out and get stuck in.
Yeah, I think if you commit to that, it's a really powerful experience. So, and I kind of know from my own learning style that works for me. So, and it certainly turned out that way as well.
What is your standout in terms of knowledge, skill, or learning insight that you gain from participating in summer school or winter school?
So, I'm going to talk about the some keynote presentations that really struck a chord with me, and then how that resonated and led to sort of some key takeaways. So, I would say, firstly, there were probably three keynote presentations. Timon de Jong, who talked about future human behaviour and was able to connect. He used the term polycrisis, the series of interdependent events and how that's impacted on people differently. So that got me to think about different generations, how we relate to one another, how we can genuinely listen and reflect, and also how we can try and understand but communicate more effectively. Dr. Andy Cope, I just think it's brilliant. He's a Doctor of Happiness. I think
it's quite a good title.
As I was coming over today, it's spring, but it feels like winter. I was thinking that on these days we all need that positive psychology.
Absolutely.
So that really resonated with me. And then thirdly, closing out the week was Baroness Louise Casey, and she took us on a bit of a journey through her life in public service, and what connected with me there was kind of her humility, but also the courage and bravery, but also her steadfast belief in humanity, despite all of those difficult circumstances that she's witnessed. So for me, the standout of those keynotes then led me to think about the power of positivity, listening and understanding, and the importance of bringing light and laughter even in dark situations. I guess that connects to the point around the power of positivity, and they're things that I've tried to apply since finishing summer school.
How was the networking and collaborating with other participants?
It was fab. I think the way that it was, I often think with these things you learn as much from your interactions with other participants as you do from some of the content, and it certainly proved that way on summer and on winter school for me. Like many others, I suffer with a bit of imposter syndrome, particularly as I'm in an organisation in the third sector. We are connected to a football club, so it's quite different. And I sort of looked at the attendance list and some very important people, very important jobs, very big titles, and I thought, this might be a time where I get found out, but actually it kind of helped me build my confidence in that respect, in that the opportunity to understand the world in which other people work, their pain, their challenges, but also the opportunities, and think about how I can relate the organisation that I work for and the work that we do to collaborate to make change was, that really came out through those networking opportunities, and I've been able to sustain that since finishing both summer school and winter school, and stay in contact with some of those people, actively explore opportunities to work together.
Yeah. And then lastly, have you recommended Academi Wales leadership programmes to other leaders within your organisation? And if so, what is it about the Academi Wales programmes that you recommended?
Yes, I have, both to kind of peers and also within my own team. And I've recommended them because I think they're based on, they're contextualised by the reality in which we're operating today and will be in the future, and the opportunity to connect with other public service leaders is phenomenal, and it's not something that you're able to access elsewhere. And I talk to a lot of colleagues in our kind of network of football clubs connected, charities connected to football clubs across England and Wales, and that's not something that happens in England. So they're very envious of the opportunities here. But yeah, absolutely recommended it because of, I guess, those points at the top, the kind of the format, the quality, and the fact that it's contextualised by some of the challenges that we face today and will face in the future. So it's pretty inspirational stuff.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing all your insights and learning. I hope you've enjoyed the experience.
It's been fab, thank you.
Mae un podlediad Sgwrsiau ar Arweinyddiaeth ar gael trwy ein gwefan. Mae'r hawlfraint y podlediad yma yn cael ei gadw gan Llywodraeth Cymru. Our Conversations on Leadership podcast is available through our website. Copyright of this podcast is held by the Welsh Government.